Hi, friends. Tear Out My Eyes is a melodic and energetic album in equal measure. We hope you like it. If so, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. And don't forget to follow us on our social media. Link in bio. Thanks.
You judge, but you don't exist! But you don't exist. Sitting on the throne of your own frustration, spitting out anger with no destination, pulling in my steps, calculating the flaw, hidden in the shadow, trying to lock my jaw. But what have you built? What's your design? You don't have the guts to cross the line, choking on envy, rotting in your place. While I bleed out here, you hide your face. Scared of failure, terrified to try, born a coward and you live a lie, watching from the bottom, so still and so gray. You don't have the guts to start to die. Critical opinion from a ghost in the crowd, screaming your issues but you're not making proud. You tear down the bridges you can't even cross, paralyzing dead, just losing your gloss. Critical opinion with hands made of glass, the biggest expert that will never pass. Expert in nothing, master of the blank, despising my power from your safety tank, staying in the bleachers, fearing the wall, hoping your whining will make me fall. Your spite is water, your anger is paper, another cheap shadow turning into vapor. I take the danger, I pay for the strike. You are the parasite I really dislike. Scared of failure, terrified to try, born a coward and you live a lie, watching from the bottom, so still and so gray. You don't have the guts to start today. Critical opinion from a ghost in the crowd,
edge and for trapped between this world and the other. Realities are colliding inside my head. Distorted figures shattering the mirror. I can no longer tell what is real and what is a lie. Trapped between this world and the other, screaming in a room full of strangers, while my own mind declares war on me. Get them out of here! The walls of the room are beginning to breathe. The ceiling deforms, flickering in low frequencies. I hear my name whispered from the dark corners. Dead radio static crossing through my thoughts. They are watching me through cracks in the plaster, blinking every time I try to lock my eyes on them. These are not my memories, they are intruders in my brain, hacking my ass, distorting everything around me. Electrical currents running underneath my skin, telling me to run, telling me they are hunting me down. The floor turns liquid, the air feels too heavy to breathe, trying to scream, but my voice dies in my throat. Heavy footsteps walking up a non-existent staircase. Shadows detaching themselves and moving on their own. Everybody is lying, everyone is part of the plot. This is my head and I am completely out of control. The frequencies are rising, the noise is deafening. All the voices are tugging me to sing time. The switch of sanity has been completely destroyed. Welcome to the sensory overload. Trapped between this world and the other, realities are colliding inside my head. Distorted figures shattering the mirror. I can no longer tell what is real and what is a lie. Trapped between this world and the other, screaming in a room full of strangers, while my own mind is war on me. Visual static floating in the physical space. Everyday objects changing their meaning. I am chased by the eyes of the paintings on the wall. Time freezes and then rushes forward at full speed, trying to hold on to a floor that is disappearing while the invisible observers are taking notes. This is not an illness, it's another dimension ripped open, a maze of mirrors I can't escape from. back into the trap again. Your fake words of regret erase my memory. Another broken promise of change that I accept with submission. The silence in this house becomes an invisible thread. I walk through your door knowing exactly how it's going to end. You made me believe that your blows were entirely my fault, that without your shadow I am nobody in this world. I bow my head begging forgiveness for your mistakes, gathering my broken pieces and taking my place again. One day of calm, 2 days of disguise dissolves the perfect cycle of your psychological manipulation. You isolate me from everyone, leaving me breathless and voiceless, becoming my owner, my judge and my executioner. Your eyes despise me while you claim that you love me. A twisted game where I always end up losing. I know I should run, I know I have to escape, but your invisible threads drag me right back. Fear paralyzes me, your voice dominates my brain. The empty suitcases are left abandoned on the floor. The humiliation is constant, the pain no longer hides. And despite everything, I fall back into your net, falling right back into the monster's trap, returning to the hell I swore to abandon. Despised, broken, trampled by your hand, accepting the punishment of your fake mercy. Falling right back into the trap, I have no defense. Being a silent accomplice to my own destruction. Invisible scars engraved deep into my dignity, daily contempt disguised as a family routine. You look down at me, enjoying my breakdown, knowing that your control over me is absolute. I crawl for crumbs of your bitter affection, justifying every wound, every scream, every blow, a destructive addiction to the man who destroys me. A dead end maze that I keep blocking from the inside. Fear paralyzes me, your voice dominates my brain. The empty suitcases are left abandoned on the floor. The humiliation is constant, the pain no longer hides. And despite everything, I fall back into your net, into your net. Cowardly, only answers, your promises, your insults, my agony. Why am I stopping the blow that is gonna kill me? Falling right back into the monster's trap, returning to the hell I swore to abandon. Despised, broken, trampled by your hand, accepting the punishment of your fake mercy. Falling right back into the trap, I have no defense. Being a silent accomplice to my own destruction. Once again, on the floor once again. I can't get out. I can't get out. Let me go. I can't get out. Let me go. You scream at me. You break me. I forgive you. I fall right back. I fall right back. I fall right back. Why do I always fight? Who are you? Don't
Bank alarms ringing, crying down the hall. Another past due bill pinned against the wall. Smile more, don't overreact, you're losing your head. While the rising water suffocates the bed. 3 screens flashing right in my face, a never-ending guilt trip keeping up the pace. Hours chasing me, stepping on my heel. Every single problem hunts down what I feel. Inbox flooded, the air is running dry. A flickering light bulb exploding in the sky. They want me to be the pillar of this place. Watch the ceiling collapse in your face. No more compression. Hysteria, welcome to my short circuit, where the perfect order turns completely wicked. The glass is shattered for the one who always stayed. Pick up the pieces of the girl that you betrayed. Hysteria, look at me now. This is who I am. When the weight of the world broke the entire dam. Unread messages, deadlines to meet, a child to feed, dragging the past, demanding my sanity in a straitjacket grip, while the loose screw in my head begins to slip. I am the broken schedule, the engine failure line, the perfect woman pulling out the plug this time. Inbox flooded, the air is running dry. A flickering light bulb exploding in the sky. They want me to be the pillar of this place. Watch the ceiling collapse in your face. Let me go. Hysteria, welcome to my short circuit, where the perfect order turns completely wicked. The glass is shattered for the one who always stayed. Pick up the pieces of the girl that you betrayed. Hysteria, look at me now. This is who I am. When the weight of the world broke the entire dam. The job, the house, your complaints, they're pressured. No more manners left. I'll lay my life. Hysteria, welcome to my short circuit, where the perfect order turns completely wicked. The glass is shattered for the one who always stayed. Pick up the pieces of the girl that you betrayed. Hysteria, look at me now. This is who I am. Blackout. Flush it away. Motherfucker! Motherfucker! I rip the empathy straight out of my chest, disconnecting the wires that bound me to guilt. Too many years absorbing everyone else's poison, carrying the weight of emotions that don't belong to me. Today I open the floodgates of my internal landfill, lining up the memories that used to make me bleed. I don't want compassion, I don't want your pathetic hug. My tear factory has completely run out of water.
Staring blankly at a shattered mirror, a block of ice where our heart used to beat. I no longer care about your crisis or your fake promises. My pain meter the darkness, turn into a cold efficient machine, immune to contempt, deaf to your falsity.
The anesthesia is complete, the power is cut off, the last trace of my weakness drowns, there is no room left for regret.
Wash me up in the drain of my mind.
I'm gonna flush it all down the drain, where feelings turn into rust and mud. Let love rot, let the pain drown. Tonight I am becoming completely numb. Flush it all down the drain, close the gate. The human version you used to know is dead. Cold as the metal of an isolation cell, a stone shield against any attempt at affection. Letting go of the burden is the only relief, floating in nothingness far from your goddamn noise. I feel no anger, I feel no disgust, I feel nothing at all. The screen of my soul is gone completely blank. A great desert where nothing ever grows again. The perfect price to pay so I never fall back down. The anesthesia is complete, the power is cut off, the last trace of my weakness drowns, there is no room left for regret.
Wash me up in the drain of my mind.
I'm gonna flush it all down the drain, where feelings turn into rust and mud. Let love rot, let the pain drown. Tonight I am becoming completely numb. Flush it all down the drain, close the gate. The human version you used to know is dead.
Wow! Now! Drink now! Your tears, your complaints complete me into that blind. That enter stone and you won't break me. I am the stone and you won't break me.
I'm gonna flush it all down the drain, where feelings turn into rust and mud. Let love rot, let the pain drown. Tonight I am becoming completely numb. Flush it all down the drain, close the gate. The human version you used to know is dead. Discarded emotions. I feel empty.
away from blowing it all to hell. From blowing it all to hell. Too much pressure on my shoulders, holding up a world that is falling to pieces. Too much faces. Mother by day, slave by night, a hollow life consumed by regret. Too much pressure. Nobody helps me, drowning in a sea of silence and doubt. Back to the race, missing the bus again. Unwashed dishes, burned food on the stove. Arriving at work with a scattered mind. Enduring the stares of the perfect people. They judge my life from their comfort zone. They don't know what it takes to keep my dignity. An infinite cycle of stress and disgust. The car with no brakes, stuck in gridlock. The boss demanding more hours for the same pay. The bills piling up, blocking the front door. The rope is tight, my teeth are clenched. I am 1 second away from blowing it all to hell. Blowing it all to hell. Consumed. Take care of the kids. Pay the bill. Clean the floor. Endure the sellout. I have no strength left, but I have to keep going. Too much pressure on my shoulders, holding up a world that is falling to pieces. Mother by day, slave by night, a hollow life consumed by regret. Too much pressure. Nobody helps me, drowning in a sea of silence and doubt. More pressure. More pressure. The alarm clock, the red, arriving at work, sunning all over red. There is no way out, no rest, no route. It all falls on me. Too much. Walking down the street, feeling the weight of every stare. A collective whisper judging me without even knowing my name. They built a mold that my existence just doesn't fit into. Labeling who I am as a glitch in nature. I have to fake a script I detest just to survive, while the intolerance of the masses pushes me into the corner. They fill their mouths talking about freedom and progress, but if you're not like them, they condemn you to absolute silence. A sick society that fears what it cannot control.
basement of lies. The hatred accumulated and the streets blocks the exits. The glass of tolerance is about to shatter. I have no more corners left to go inside. I am tired of living in hiding, paying the price for a guilt that isn't mine. Under the shadow of your rejection and your cruelty, defending my own identity with everything I've got. Living in hiding, turning off my light. I am not gonna carry your cross forever. A clandestine existence planned out by fear, fleeing from the unwritten laws of your goddamn game. You condemn me to exile within my own city while celebrating the triumph of your fake morality. But this confinement has made me stronger than your contempt, and I am no longer willing to keep paying the price. The monster you created by isolating me from the world is gonna break the silence in a split second. Patience is running out in this basement of lies. The hatred accumulated in the streets blocks the exits. The glass of tolerance is about to shatter. I have no more corners left to go inside. I am tired of living in hiding, paying the price for a guilt that isn't mine. Under the shadow of your rejection and your cruelty, defending my own identity with everything I've got. Living in hiding, turning off my light. I am not gonna carry your cross forever. Your rejection, your contempt, your lies are over. Ow, ow. I am not hiding anymore, and you will hear my noise. I am tired of living in hiding. I am tired of living in hiding, paying the price for a guilt that isn't mine. Under the shadow of your rejection and your cruelty, defending my own identity with everything I've got. Living in hiding, turning off my light. I am not gonna carry your cross forever. No more hiding. This is who I am. I can't forget. I can't forget. Bodies in the streets with no name, no cross. Children holding rifles, their youth is lost. Etched into my mind, the edge of the blade. Another mother screaming as everything fades. Loot on the asphalt, brains on the wall. I've seen it all, what more do you want me to recall? The suicide note crumpled in his hand. Nobody came to help him, he died like a worm in the sand. These images are burning me inside my brain. They're fast away. I can't escape. I can't forget. Tear out my eyes. I don't wanna see it.
his ribs exposed to sight, eating from the dirt cause nothing's right. Then came the storm like a divine fist, swept away their lives, changed what exists. Owns them all, its futures dragged away, souls wandering with nothing left to say. These visions keep returning, my sanity is burning. I can't escape, I'll never forget. Tear out my eyes, I don't wanna see anymore. Tear out my eyes, this horror bleeds me to the core. Tear them from my face, erase this nightmare trace. Tear out my eyes before I lose my mind. I close my eyes, but they're still there, burned in my memory everywhere. The heavy shadows, the weight of the past, the broken pieces, the shadows they cast, the empty stares of those who lost it all. I hear the echoes, I hear their final call. Make it stop, make it stop, make it stop, make it stop. Hide them from the light, veil my eyes in this endless night. I've seen too much sorrow, right? Humanity's demise. Veil my eyes, I can't take this anymore. Blind me, save me from what I've seen. Blind me, save me. Too late now. Too late for me. Too late for me. Shopping bastards! My second
Your daily insults bounce off my back like blank bullets. I have armored my mind against the venom of your hypocrisy. So much time crawling under the weight of your constant contempt that I ended up building a shield. Your words don't hurt me anymore, your cold stare no longer affects me. Social isolation has become my daily routine. You molded a monster immune to disappointment and abandonment, and now it scares you to see that your punishment has no power left.
I got used to walking in the storm without looking for shelter, making gentle rejection my zone of absolute comfort. Every stone you throw at me, I used to build my walls. Every mockery in the hallway is just fuel for my engine. I was the perfect victim until I discovered the secret. If nothing matters to you, nobody can control your wicked destiny. You turned your back on me and pushed me into the dark abyss, but I learned to breathe on the water beneath your contempt.
The armor is ready, the nerves are frozen over. The pain of the past has finally been buried deep. I don't look for your acceptance,
I don't care about your forgiveness. Nonsense is my second skin.
Across the fire that you are not gonna
I
break.
fed on your hatred, I turned into metal.
This is the price of my final transformation.
My second skin,
The one that you deserve.
watch me shine in the disaster you created. Ignorant criticism, death through all your hollow lies. A mental fortress blocking every external attack. Accustomed to hostility, graduated from the University of Disgust. Watching your attempts to hurt me end up as a total fiasco.